let me dispel that for you, Ms. Stevens. You had an agreement with your daughter to buy the refrigerator.
For $50.
That was your agreement. The fact that her husband may have told your son, we were going to get rid of it anyway, that does not vacate your agreement. You still had an agreement. And your daughter says it wasn't for $50, it was for $150. Now, Ms. Garza, is it possible that you made a mistake, that it was $50?
No, Your Honor. It was a Kenmore side-by-side. It was a nice fridge. I was just originally going to get a new dishwasher. There was a good deal going on in January for a fridge as well, matching fridge. I would reimburse my mother-in-law for the new fridge, and I was going to put our old refrigerator in the paper for $200. She wanted to buy it.
Okay. I believe you. Now let's get to the tickets.
Okay.
Tell me about how that came about. Your sister is getting married in Texas.
Yes.
Your mom wants to go.
Yes. My brother was supposed to walk my sister down the aisle. She had nobody to walk her down the aisle. My mom claimed she was not going to allow my brother to go if she could not go as well.
Well, exactly what did she say to you?
She said that I'm not allowing Justin to go if I can't go too. I don't have the funds to go. On the 7th.
7th of what?
Of April. I called to Southwest and reserved 2 round-trip tickets for them. Went down the very next day on the 8th and purchased the tickets. I kept the tickets until the day before we left. Said, Mom, these are the tickets. Where's the payment? She said she'd pay me $70 a month.
Just a minute. I didn't hear you make an agreement with her.
Well, it was over the phone. She had said, I will pay you $70.
All I heard was, let's go back, Ms. Garza.
Sorry.
All I heard was she said, I'm not letting him go unless I go too.
Correct.
And then you hopped to, I went and bought the tickets.
Sorry. She had said that, you know, she was going to try to come up with some money. During that time, we had talked. She said, I can't come up with any money. I've tried all my resources. Can I make payments to you? I was very leery at first, said no, because you still haven't paid me for the refrigerator. Talked with my husband, and he said, well, if she's not going to let your brother go. My sister was very upset because she had already bought the tux for him. She needed him there. I asked my husband, honey, can we do this? I called her. She said, yes, I'll pay you $70 a month. I will write you a check in advance for a payment. And when I got back from Texas, she had put a stop payment on that check.
Can I see the stop payment on
Yes, you can.
Why did you put a stop payment on the check, Ms. Stevens?
Well, the morning that we was leaving from Austin, she had asked me for $20 because she knew that's all I had to my name because I'd lost our round-trip tickets to come home on.
Which I had to repurchase new tickets for them to come back on.
So then she's, oh, I need that money. I said, well, Sheila, you know I broke that 20, you know, to go to the zoo yesterday. And before we left San Antonio, I had wrote my daughter, I have the check here, for $145 because she said, Mom, don't worry about it, we'll get you home. And I says, okay. So I wrote this post-dated check for her to cash.
Which daughter?
Melinda, the one that got married. The one that got married in San
Your
Antonio.
Honor, that's a wedding gift.
This was not a wedding gift. I did write wedding on it, but it pertained to the wedding and getting home and everything. You know, I just wrote it down there. But this was for our ticket, part of my ticket to get home on. But then, whenever I told her I did not have the money, she called me I'm sorry. She called me a...
That's not true.
And I was just totally... And it's not the first time she's called me numerous names. She keeps me away from my grandchildren at times and everything.
Ms. Stevens, what does that have to do with stopping payments on the $70 check?
Because of her calling me a...
Well, that may wash in a family,
yes,
but it doesn't wash in court.
She numerously just degrades me.
Ms. Stevens?
Calls me anorexia, everything, and I'm not...
Ms. Stevens, so what you're saying is you agreed to pay her back for the plane ticket, but you decided not to pay her back because she was disrespectful.
Your Honor, I paid her $500. I borrowed it from my ex-boyfriend that we were together 8 years. I borrowed it from him. She came out that morning. I gave her that.
Wait, just a second. You're doing a fast dance, Ms. Stevens.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Your ticket didn't even come to $500.
Then I
So why would you give her $500? You wanted to make her a present?
And later today...
He said, well, with $200, start your payments to get your car fixed.
That's not true.
No, he wouldn't say that. Miss Phillips, don't play with me.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Sheila Garza says her mother, Lois Stevens, owes for plane tickets and a refrigerator.
You borrowed what and when and from whom? Let's start with what.
Okay.
You borrowed what?
I borrowed $500. $5 from Roger